Episode 8. Phew.
Dear Mary Lou, phew, it's been so darn hot here I ain't been able to shift myself to do a thing, not even type a little old email. You and Bo sure is lucky to have Aya, even if it does mean you gotta keep the house shut up tighter than Pappy on a Saturday night. Still, I got no time to worry about that. Mr. Pinkham arrived 9 days and 3 hours ago. He didn't come by bus after all. Seems his company way up in Canada give him some golden gloves or something when he left. I asked him was he a boxer, but he just smiled at me. He has the nicest smile I ever seen on any human being in my life. Anyways, he went and gone and bought this here car. It's a Luscious or a Lectress or something, a Canadian brand, I guess. It's what Mr. Pinkham calls executive blue. I thought it was just old dark blue like Pappy's old truck, but Mr. Pinkham says I have to learn to call things by the proper names. It's got a rag top. Oh, excuse me the little bitty bits, a convertible top, and the most gorgeous white leather insides. Interior. Mr. Pinkham said that he had it ordered up special. Well, I don't know nothing about all that, but I can tell you he sure looked special when he drove up in that thing. I nearly jumped out of my thongs, if you get my meaning. Billy Bob ain't so keen, but you know him. Always the last one to jump on the hay wagon. Well, that temperature just begun to climb from the moment Mr. Pinkham walked into our humble abode, as Mr. Pinkham likes to call the trailer. Isn't that adorable? For sure we're having us a real heat wave, and there's not one darn shade tree in the whole of Sweet Blossom Trailer Park, excepting that there dead live oak over by the office, and that don't give a lot of shade since it fell down on Billie Jean's automobile shed. She's using the dead branches to kind of drape an old tarp over for shade. That woman always did have all the luck. Mr. Pinkham offered to go on over there and build a new garage, but I says don't bother. Honestly, sister, men is so stupid sometimes. Imagine not recognizing implants when they're staring you right in the face. I personally think she should have spent her bingo winnings on a facelift. So Mr. Pinkham and me is just a-sitting here, cross from ourselves, a-staring and a-sweating. Billy Bob spends a lot of his time outside chopping up firewood. That man's about as dumb as a stump hisself. It's so hot here, feels like we ain't never going to need firewood again to me, and I guess Mr. Pinkham would agree. We think so much alike on so many things. Sometimes, Mr. Pinkham, I just love that name, don't you? Mr. Pinkham tells us things we need to know, like how oysters is aphrodisiacs and such. It's enough to make your hair curl. Oh, here the dear man is, back from the store. He says we all should try eating oysters raw, or in the raw or something. I can't keep it all straight. My mind is in such a state from the heat. Anyways, if I can root Billy Bob out of the woodpile, we all's going to have ourselves a feast, with Mama's cornbread and ripe tomatoes. Mr. Pinkham calls them tomatoes. Isn't that cute? And he told me for people in the know, they called passion fruit. Lordy, lordy. Oh, he's here. Mr. Pinkham is here. More soon's I can catch my breath. Luscious kisses, Cindy Lou. P.S. Them old gloves y'all wanted? Last time I seed 'em, the whole darn outfit was on a blow-up doll behind the bar at Screwy Louie's. Somebody painted a patch over one eye and put a parrot on her shoulder with a big old sign says, "It's all fun and games till somebody loses a eye." I guess it was a safety message after what happened to Henry Hicks on the day of the Old Glory picnic. If you want to drive on over there, I'm sure Screwy Louie'd rent them gloves to you cheap. Or maybe not. He ain't that screwy. I think I'm in love. C.L.